I think I'm up. Yes? No? I don't know. So, hey, Jelly Toast here, back with more Danganronpa, and I'm really gonna try to finish it tonight. Yeah, I want to play Player Obscure. Let's go. Yeah.
Since this will be the final class
Thank the Lord it's
trial,
the final class
I've come
trial.
up with a special rule. So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win!
You don't say.
But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
I'm so glad that trials were finished.
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Last week when I was streaming for like almost 4 or 5 hours,
Never
my
mind
face
all
hurt
that.
so much
I
and I was
just have
just
one
so wiped
question
out.
for you.
I didn't realize that I was like leaning too far back in my chair, and
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh?
yeah, I was too far
Are
away from the
you
mic, so
feeling
sometimes you couldn't hear
okay?
me, and I'm like, oh, whoopsies.
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
What up? How you doing? Hey, Regal, thanks for joining. Happy
Don't
Friday.
bother. I already know the answer.
It's the last trial. Let's do this. I really want to play Claire Obscure.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me.
Gosh, you know, you're still so dumb.
I'm right, aren't I?
How could
I
you?
knew it.
Okay, we're starting off just like that. Okay, cool. Group photo, places to check. Oh, that's why I remember. And Master C handbook.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you?
I don't remember the shoot button.
I have evidence, so I know
Okay,
I'm right.
it's triangle.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it.
Okay, yeah, I think it's group photo.
I have evidence of my own.
Let's beat this
What a
game.
coincidence. I too
Don't forget you have to do the
evidence
final
present.
thing.
Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working
What
together.
final thing?
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
What? I totally shot it. All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt this is a trap Monokuma set. He set it up so we would suspect each other, and I have something that proves it.
You guys have all been. I have evidence.
Hey, you're
The
all
what
out
if
to get me.
scenario?
I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves.
I think I found
What?
some
This doesn't make
Monokuma
any sense.
coins.
How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
What do you mean? Oh my gosh, this is so
You guys have all been. I have evidence.
Hey, you're all out to get me. I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves every. What?
This
I have to
doesn't
get
make
it like
any
right
sense.
on
How
the
can
words.
The three of us each have that kind of.
Thank you. Third time's a charm.
wrong.
I live. Hey Kirby, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Happy Friday.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
No, it's a different photo.
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Thank you for the flower. I'm gonna finish this
But that
game.
can't be right. Because in my
Let's
picture,
do it. It's the final trial. Oh my gosh.
I'm the only one not in it.
Okay, so that's Sayaka. Wow. What was his name? Dojin creator guy. He can run. Leon. Ha, Celeste is in the back. Sakura. Oh, Mukudo. Okay. Your phone is vibrating? Yeah, I know. Sorry. You might hear it on for a little bit. Blue fits you well. Thank you. I will finish a Danganronpa. Yes, that's my goal. I figured as much, in which case...
Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
This one too. It's just like I thought. Oh, Mondo had a mullet in the back of his head? Dang, didn't know. Toko's still behind Byakuya. Aoi, Leon, Chihiro. Junko's facing the back again. Why? Huh. And
So the
Mukuro's clearly
secret in these
pictured.
pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
What's the truth? Wait, but if we were all out to trick one person, why would we kill each other? There's no point.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap?
Jelly tricky toes.
A trap?
No tricks with
How
me.
rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain thing in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is... I was saying this last time! The
I
person...
got it!
There's someone missing
In
because they're
each
taking
case,
the photo.
The only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
And Junko's face is covered.
In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
Their uniforms are ugly.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose
And
I
why are
should
their
show you
uniforms
my
so
photo
different
as well.
now? Oh my god!
In
Wait,
other
no,
words,
there was a giant
Monokuma
fish!
gave each of
No,
us a
go
group
back!
photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just
Not
assumed
enough
everyone
bathing
else
suits
was
are
the
though.
enemy.
No, but like, did you see? Sakura was punching a giant golden fish out of a pool.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Sorry that I'm yawning. I'm a little tired. I was a little sick. But I want to finish this! I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Yes! Okay! Toko's not swimming. Celeste is still in the back. Oh, Kyoko's wearing gloves. Sayaka, me, Aoi, Mondo, Hiro, fanfic guy, Taka. Mukuro, are you wearing a bathing suit? Why are your shoulders bare? Sakura. Junko's face is covered. Or Jelly streams, only after she gets that. Jelly's using this as an excuse to check out bathing suits. I didn't know there would be bathing suits! Hina's picture. Hito's picture. Fine. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Group photo has been updated.
Can you just forget about the photo already?
Okay.
Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
Hmm? So you think they're fake? No. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah, cause then how are we wearing different clothes now?
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying. Sorry, I was looking at my mic because it started shaking and I'm like, I don't hear a truck outside. Was it a minor quake? I don't know. Maybe I just banged against my desk weird. But yeah. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Hangman's Gambit. Amnesia! No, A. Yay! Yay for easy mode. Why do we have amnesia?
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain
Oh
it,
yeah,
couldn't
because
it?
last time when I went looking around the school, I found Choco's handbag and some of Hiro's stuff in the locker, but we've never been to that place.
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Aren't you most closely related to the occult?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, then they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. I have Hiro's notebook. Interview DVD, Mukuro Ikusawa's profile, her master interview DVD.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory.
But how would you know if you
Ever
lost your
since I
memory
got to this
or not?
school, I remember everything that's happened.
But you don't.
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that.
You have a DVD player down here?
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie? I never did any kind of interview.
Let me show you then.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
Oh wait, maybe the reason why we're all wearing different clothes is because that's the clothes we showed up in before high school.
What are you saying?
They just gave us the same clothes back? That's weird. Why would you keep the clothes?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
Whoa, he's speaking sense.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question.
I like how this trial we're not really like accusing each other of stuff, but we're trying to find like the answer to the mystery behind this whole thing.
He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And How did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Oh wait, because no one died. Oh, we're redoing the trial of Mukuro. Never mind. I was like, nobody died. Yay.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes
Because
for
we all
everyone
have
else.
amnesia.
Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
That just means that whatever's happening outside the school is that bad.
Insane or
that
not,
we'd stay
you
in
can't
here.
move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
But what would cause us to lose our memory?
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now.
That does kind of matter.
If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your
Because
skull
then we need to
and
know
messed
at
with
what
your
point of our
brains?
school life you messed with us.
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Wow, Byakuya's actually decent in this trial. I'm surprised.
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
Hey Zach, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Happy Friday. It's good to see you. Hope you've been well. I'm like laser focused on this last trial now because I feel like we're so close and I'm so excited to beat this game. So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. But do we have any new evidence? How could I prove it wasn't me? Monokuma control room, Mukuro Ikusawa's profile headmaster.
So who did it?
So it was Monokuma control room. Monokuma room at a data center open to reveal small Tuesday. And Monokuma. Mukuro Ikusawa's profile didn't have a single scar or wound. Oh! I didn't know this! According to the headmaster's report, Mukuro did not have a single scar or wound when she came to Hope's Peak Academy. In addition, her physical features were as follows. 5'7", 97, 31, 22, 32. Kyoko has confirmed that the corpse matches these characteristics. And Headmaster's e-handbook. Emergency handbook was found in the headmaster's hidden room. This handbook apparently has no restrictions and was given to the school's ultimate authority, the head.
Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles
Nope.
away.
They are here.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Yes, the control room.
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time.
And Aoi can corroborate.
So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
No, because the number of bodies in the fridge.
Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Sure told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only person to take a single step in Host Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if
No,
the
that's wrong.
mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Yes, I know. Clearly you aren't.
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto!
No!
What? Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it! The only way he could
No,
have survived
alter ego
is
saved
if
me.
he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! Ya got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Oh no.
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Wow, he's not even pointing fingers at me. Byakuya, what happened?
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
Wait, that wasn't the cause of death though, right? Oh no, they said the stab wound wasn't the cause.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different.
Kirby, thanks so much for the 65-month sub. That's like almost 5 years, right? 12, 24, 36, 48. No, that's more than 5 years. That's 5 years, 5 months. Holy moly. Thanks for sticking around that long.
Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been... Not that. They said it wasn't that. So it has to be other wounds because her profile said she didn't have any wounds
All
when
of
she
the
entered the
wounds
school.
covering her body. That's what really
But then
killed her.
the autopsy said there were old wounds, several days old.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those
More than
wounds
5
were
years
made
since I found you
at
streaming
least
AI
a
Somnia
few
file.
days ago.
And there's a third one coming out this year in June or July.
So they can't possibly be
Man,
what
that
killed
one's
her.
coming out in June and July, and also Raido Kuzunoha's coming out in the summer. Oof.
Consider this.
Lots of games
What if the
coming out.
murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
No.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know,
You're wrong.
she denied me
Oh my goodness, Togo.
before I could even say anything.
Oh my gosh, what the heck,
Come on.
Toko?
I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Her profile!
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds.
No! What do you mean?
You finished?
You didn't deny me this time.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute
Oh my
about
gosh, I definitely hit those words.
Mukuro wasn't. She must have been. So,
When you think, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
are you finished? You didn't deny me.
it. Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
This aiming thing sucks.
Mukuro wasn't. She must have been. So,
When you obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Oh my gosh!
Are you finished?
you didn't deny me.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro wasn't. She must have been. So,
When you think, obviously, she got all those.
Thank you! What
No,
the
that's
heck?
wrong.
I'm pretty sure I got the words earlier.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much.
What?
Despite the time she spent in
How'd you
battle after
find
battle as a
that?
member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Oh my, what?
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after
But
coming
what
to
kind
this
of
school.
wounds were they?
In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
But how would you be able to tell?
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Nice.
But if that's
But
what
we weren't
killed
able
her,
to see all of the wounds on her because she had that coat on top of her. And then a bomb blew her up. How are we supposed to see the wounds?
then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
It was a mastermind. Duh.
So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me. I can't think of anyone else. The mastermind!
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask,
Yeah, we can't tell there's wounds on the body.
I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
Oh, what?
Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
I don't think so.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. Oh, the right hand didn't have the Fenrir tattoo. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo, comparing that to the masked attacker. Oh, also, there's no red nails on their hands. It should be obvious. Monokuma file number 5.
You never saw their face, right? So
Wait,
you
does,
can't.
No, what does it say it is? Monokuma file number 5. Victim out of status single time with the knife, which went completely through the body. They have all been restructured with the head. The body was covered with other wounds.
Have any idea who was under that mask? I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot? Or could it be the hips?
What? Her most noticeable feature is a tattoo that marked her membership in Fenrir. That tattoo was in a certain easy-to-spot area. Okay, I didn't think it would be
You
that
never
obvious,
saw
but
it,
it's
so you
right.
can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the.
Oh? And what is this other? Is it the right hand?
What? What do you mean? You move me, Makoto. What?
Shoot!
What do you mean?
You never saw their face, right?
No!
Can't have.
Monokuma. Victim's identity is unknown. There were, however, dead before the blast. Victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They'd all been struck in the head. Oh! I have to suck up a statement.
Any idea who was under that mask? I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
You're wrong.
There's another part of the.
Oh? And what is this other? Is it the right hand?
Aha! I'm learning.
it's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir.
And
In
also
other words,
fake
a
red
wolf
nails.
tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me.
Again, like, if you don't have any
And
proof,
there was no
it's
such
just
tattoo.
conjecture. It's just like, it's my word. Just have to believe me.
So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me.
No one's saying it's you, Monokuma.
It
Oh,
could have been, you
it's
know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh my gosh, is Kyoko gonna take her gloves off?
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did
had to
I
suck
score
what I
a
heard.
bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands.
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was
Oh my gosh.
inexperienced.
But Kyoko attacked the dude with the knife. Oh, bruh, Kyoko attacked the dude with the knife.
I
Which
thought you
dude?
didn't
I don't
want
remember.
anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Wow, rude, Monokuma.
Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
So how are we supposed to... what?
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
Yeah, because we only saw 15 people in the hall.
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right?
Yeah, I don't even know how many days passed.
Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Oh, there's a freezer.
Then, she was being stored somewhere?
Wait, how come when we were in the lab, we didn't open every single freezer to double check whose bodies were in there? That would have been smart.
To hide a body here. To
We
just
could excuse murder,
store
but
it
making fun of
somewhere?
people's bodies too far. They're teenagers. They're self-conscious about their appearance. There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored.
I got it!
Biolab.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's why we weren't allowed access to it.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Using a tarp.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden, or something that made its way from the biolab to the garden. Tarp!
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again,
tarp.
I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Of the tarp in the garden.
It says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
And he's back to making fun of me again.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess.
You're freaking out.
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think
Well, if there's no
happened.
evidence, how can we prove anything actually happened?
But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab. The number of bodies could you be talking about?
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What? Why'd you bring them up now?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
No, I'm not sure.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister.
He's trying to throw us off.
What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. But if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Which I figured out! Oh my gosh.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about?
I'm getting rid of the statements too quickly.
Next time, punishment is waiting for you. Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about?
Final strike.
I'm not listening!
What? Oh, no, 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 no! No, 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 no! I didn't realize there were more statements. Crap.
Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? I'm
Hidden room
not
present, biolab
listening!
secret, biolab lights. Hidden room present, biolab secret? Biolab lights! Biolab lights! Ah, no!
Proof! Are
Shoot.
you sure about this? I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
I wasn't paying attention to what the bullets were really saying.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I
Too many
counted up the
flashing.
number of
Stop
blue
with the
lights that
flashing.
were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version.
There's 6 of us
here,
left, man. 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights should be 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth, then Hifumi, that's his name, was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. Victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it. The mastermind
No,
destroyed
we're
one of the
saying
bodies
that there
to
wasn't
get
a
rid of
10th
evidence.
body at all. You guys!
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Because one person was always missing.
Including Monokuma's
From the beginning.
executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Actually, yeah. Wait a minute. Even if someone was missing from the beginning, there are 10. What? What? There are reason there are less bodies and murders. The explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? No. Same person was killed twice. Isn't it? Oh no! Oh. Wait! There weren't actually 10 murders, but 9. That's why there are 9 bodies. That's patently untrue. No! No, 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 no! You're completely right. No! No, 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 no! No! The explanation for more murders of victims, why... It technically is only... We never saw the Mukuro be killed! Same person was killed twice!
What about if the same
One of those
person
just
was
holders of
killed
Mondo butter.
twice?
Spread them on the toast.
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far.
No, it's only 9!
But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case,
wait!
there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims,
The
right?
reason why... Wait, but Mukuro doesn't look like that. But that's why the nails! Okay, the reason why I'm freaking out is because I think Mukuro was dressed up as Junko. And that's why they say they have multiple stab wounds over the body that are several days old. Mukuro didn't have any scars before coming into the school. That's why they showed all the people who have died and their methods of death to be like, look at this. Wait, so then if Mukuro was dressed up as Junko, where's Junko? That's if my
Technically, you're
theory's right.
I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
She was!
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that
That's why
someone
they covered
else
her
even
face
have
in the
been?
mask so that we wouldn't be able to see her face. And that's why they blew up the top half of the body. That's where all the stab wounds were.
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious because Kyoko's totally delusional.
No! Article file number 5. No!
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
Chihiro Mando, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe
Blue, whatever.
Sakura.
No. There's no way anyone was.
Junko!
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Yeah!
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears.
Oh, maybe she was
all
wearing
over
a
her
wig.
body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko,
Yeah,
or
see the
someone
fake
going
red
by
nails.
that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means
Was
that
Junko
there
just
haven't been
hiding
10
out in the
victims,
control room the
but
whole
9.
time since the beginning?
Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Yeah, it has to be Junko.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
Hiro, think!
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
Oh, no, she's dead. Her body measurements.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
No. Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. Ah! Mukuro's fatal injury. Monokuma file number 5. Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Let's look at the statements.
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko. So the mastermind's true identity is.
What do you say, Monokuma?
So it's definitely her profile because it says her measurements, but which statement do I shoot at? And that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible? No, it is her body.
The body we
But which
found
statement
in the
do I
garden,
shoot?
It wasn't Mukuro.
It was! Oh, got it right.
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was
But
Mukuro.
we never found out
That's
what
one thing
Junko's
we can be
measurements
sure
were.
of.
Oh, I drank all my Gatorade. Whoops.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
We couldn't see her face.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds.
When I was
Her
5 foot
vitals
6
were
inches
31,
tall, I weighed
21,
114.
32.
Wait, I still am 5 foot 6. What am I talking about? But when I was in high school, being 5 foot 6, I was 114 pounds. How is she only 97 and she's a soldier? That's crazy.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Junko! Really, the last person I scrolled to? Gosh darn it.
Here's my answer.
Final team, Leia,
Junko
Jude,
is
Elise,
still alive.
Lilia,
It's the
2
only
Endgame.
possibility.
Nice! No Milia? Eats little food, is in shape. Yeah, that's crazy. Japanese people and their like heights and weights of character profiles is insane.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko
I'm ready
does
to be
seem
done
to
with
be
this
the
game.
only other explanation.
Virtual hugs! Thanks for the hugs, Fox! Also, happy Friday. Hope you've been well. Half of it was me running around the auto battle to kill generic enemies for jobs while watching streams. Kirby, thanks for the virtual hugs. Posture check. Yep, I'm checking my posture.
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
It's called makeup.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself
Hydrate.
confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was
I have to
dead.
spend the points. Ah! Don't spend it too much on hydrate, please.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Or Bukuro dressed up as
Then you're
Junko
withdrawing your
because
previous
she had
statement?
fake nails on.
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
It's not actually a dud.
Too bad, too bad.
Unless this is game over. Oh shoot, did I mess up?
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then why are there only 9 bodies?
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her. She was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. Like, makeup! What? Replaced.
You're stabbed with a knife, but can you spell the word knife?
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Yes, Byakuya.
Which
You're
is why the
getting
body's
it.
height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
Nighttime! Before the
Right
day
when she was,
started!
about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja
Ugh,
replacement
replace-
technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. They switched at the beginning!
Got it. The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Now that I'm running with this theory, I'm like gung-ho
Yes,
about it.
from the moment we first met.
When there were only 15 of us in the hall.
If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met is actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
And she got killed off pretty early. So... yeah.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference.
And we didn't know each
Would
other's
easily allow
profile either.
the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Makeup. How many times am I gonna say
She
it?
could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Or, you know, when water got on it.
Plus,
Oh,
there
wait,
were the
but we don't
fake
know if water
nails
got on
found
her
on the
body.
hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro.
What?
So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true,
Yes.
it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure. Making it look like Mukuro
Because
was
that...
Junko.
yeah, we just got thrown into this killing game. It was a setup!
The reason
They're-
such an
they're
elaborate plan
broadcasting
was
it.
possible is
Set
because
up.
the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
Because the ultimate despair is a group of people.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid?
Oh man, I have french fries in the fridge.
Fear is only
hate
possible
french
where
fries.
hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Healthy toasty toast. I could be healthier. I need to start
Because it's
exercising
a bunch
again.
of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity.
And I've been splurging on sugar a lot. I've been eating a lot of
As if.
cookies and boba, like bubble tea.
Then why
So
did
my
you
face
try
is
and
starting to
protect
break out.
Junko's real identity?
I need to exercise.
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Mukuro's fatal injury would appear to be the collection of wounds. The first time was during our latest investigation. When did Monokuma try to stop us? I need to lose weight and eat healthier. Yeah, I need to exercise and eat healthier. I would like to sorry. I would like to lose some weight too. I want to lose 10 pounds. Latest investigation. Oh! You can't see Junko's face in the photos! Hold on, what matters now is presenting the right evidence. What do you mean? It has to do with what Monokuma tried to keep me from seeing during the investigation? What do you mean? Okay, sorry, I need to use a walkthrough. I only have one heart left. Danganronpa. Chapter 6 Trial Guide. Okay. It's such a... What? You don't... Wah. Okay, here we go. Party till I die. Okay. This is the beginning. Why would it be this?
I got it!
Okay, I don't know why it's that,
While
but
I
cool.
was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the
everyone.
headmaster.
That's everyone. What was the question? Monokuma tried to hide Junko's identity twice during our investigation. What was the first time? And it's apparently a DVD of the interviews? It wasn't just a monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service.
Oh, that's what happened. What? It just so happened to break just now?
Now then, what? Now then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh,
But we know what
If everyone
Junko
was in that
looks
video,
like.
of course Junko would have had to show
She
up.
was on magazine.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I gotta reveal that.
Better luck next time! Better luck next time! Better luck next time! Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up!
Final strike.
That's impossible!
Group photo!
This should prove it.
Her face is always covered. Poor Makoto, constantly haunted by Sayaka right next to
The
her.
video
and,
wasn't the only
Hifumi.
thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Oh.
Look at this graph!
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual
Yeah, for the
about
ultimate fashionista to constantly have her face covered in every photo, that's weird. The unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. The unusual circumstance is Junko's face!
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Stop flashing through everything! Oh my gosh!
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet.
But then what would be the point of covering up Junko's
With all
face?
that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
Xanadu?
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And free to move around as a mastermind.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game.
Flashback. I know, it's so annoying.
She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
How? Whoa! Oh, comic. Okay, so we all meet each other. Right? Let me look at everything I have here. Okay, yeah, that seems right. And then she would be like, oh no! And then they bring out the... No, wait. Huh? Get the knife. But then, what? Why would there be an incinerator? Oh, the explosion went off. There. Then we're all around the body. And then she goes to take it off. And then it's like, well, bam! And they're like, haha. Okay, so... Yeah, that seems... that. Now this part. Yoko will be like, oh, and then they'd be like, oh. Right? That's from preview. Hey. No. Took the body out of the freezer. Yeah, let's try it.
The killer is...
Woo!
You!
She's the ultimate despair. My ex-wife.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after
Reverse the
we all
Kyoko
arrived
images?
here.
Mother flipping.
But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima.
Betrayal.
Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Oh no, did I get those pictures wrong? Oh yeah, that was right. No! What do you mean? How am I supposed to know which picture is which? Like, oh. Have some captions or something. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's what.
You! Meanwhile, she wanted us all. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room.
But why would I need to look at it? Kyoko would just have to look.
Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
What? No, I died! Don't be lazy, nobody wants to hear what I have to say. No! You know what that means? It's everyone's favorite punishment time. No. What? Give it a shot? Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Ugh. Oh, it just refills my hearts. Do I have to do it all over from the beginning? Oh, why do I have to do it all over from the beginning? This sucks. Well, at least I can skip the other lines of dialogue. Oops. Party till I die. And then we were all looking around at it. And blam! And then, oh, okay, it's not, oh, that was the incinerator. I thought that was the explosion to be like, haha, more explosion.
Here's exactly what happened.
Because the one with Kyoko's arm looks like confrontation, the other one looks like the masked person is running away. I couldn't tell. Jelly oopsie toast.
But Juicy. So that is she.
Okay, here we go.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity.
I wonder if I played on a harder difficulty mode, it would have just been game over there.
She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima!
Whoa, that's intense face. I don't think there's a game over. Oh,
That's the
okay.
whole
Cool.
story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
Yes.
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
What do you mean? Oh, because we got a reveal. She looks exactly the same, just without freckles.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
Oh gosh, that's your fault.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
What?
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh. You're
Oh,
psycho.
did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
What? This is the mastermind? He's the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face!
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
Saw her in a magazine. No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere too. It was definitely before I got to the school. Before got to the school, then it would have to be before arriving at school.
I got it! That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
Yes. She's a
And-
fashionista.
You were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Aha, well of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with like computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
Okay, whatever.
Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins!
Identical twins, guys. They look similar.
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
Oh, they're real twins?
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
I don't like her. She's annoying.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
Silly toast annoys. I'm annoyed.
Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
What is happening with her?
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family.
What?
Leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way.
You would have had an ally, you crazy psycho.
Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I
She's a
didn't want to go
narcissist.
to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause.
We didn't even know you. Whoops, I dropped my phone. We had no idea of who you were. How would we know what an ultimate fashionista personality is supposed to be like?
She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of
She's
betrayal.
annoying. I don't like this.
Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
What a biatch, sorry. Don't be sorry. I don't like Junko. She's really annoying. But, this wasn't supposed to. Why me?
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations.
What?
Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything.
And why didn't you, like, sorry about toxic suicide. If she's the ultimate despair and she didn't want to be born in the world, why didn't she just off herself a lot sooner? Why did she put us through all this?
We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
If you live without regret, that means you are satisfied because you accomplished it, which means you're not in despair. What?
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it? That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
I thought you were despair.
Huh? Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super.
I don't care.
It just feels so good.
If it feels good, you're not in despair. She's just a contradiction.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Nanoja, I want to be done with this game! Sorry, I peeked the mic. Personally, I prefer lactose-free despair.
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she
Yo, I want
must
some
have felt
chalky
that
milk.
Despair. After all,
To be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else? She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
Yeah.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, you're psycho.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
It's been 4 days. I've been stalling to finish Expedition 33. Finishing the game will get me the platinum. As it's my last trophy, but I don't want to finish it. Oh my gosh! You're almost done! Ah!
Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you
How many
guys are
more
so
times
slow.
is she going to change personalities?
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away.
Are you talking about our memories?
Game is just so good. Haven't had this much fun since Octopath Traveler.
You've already solved
I still have to
this
finish the
mystery,
first one.
right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories.
Or a
Then you
turn-based
can
game.
start gloating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then we'll have our victory.
I can't wait.
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal
Why
from
are you
us?
playing through the first Octopath? Because I'm almost done.
When the
I'm really close to
pictures were
everyone's
taken,
last chapter.
and
I've
those
just been going
interviews,
around getting the 4-side super classes. But it's pretty tough with the party layout that I have, so I should just go back to the story and just finish it.
I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance day exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us, the memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. Motive? The memories that were stolen. Founding of Hope? I don't think it's the founding. The class trials? The motives? I'm gonna try motives.
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each
Okay,
other,
why is it the motives?
right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
A theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first murder. Monokuma gave us those DVDs. On my DVD was footage of my family. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motive we were given was human connection.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, Your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
If you're happy, you're not in despair!
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
For the second murder, the motive's theme was... That's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. I mentioned how I used to wet the bed. But the theme that time was... Fast.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... Embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Thank you, Byakuya.
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Money! The reason Celeste turned to murder was she wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. That time the motive for money was... greed!
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Motive in the case of Sakura's death was... What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the motive in that fourth case was... blackmail? Betrayal? Blackmail. Nope. I call doing business. Seriously, you don't get it. There's no doubt coercive, but that's not what could led to Sakura killing herself. That was betrayal. I'm sorry. Secrets? Betrayal? Secrets! Nope. Ah, damn it, it was betrayal! Go with your gut.
I got it! In her case,
JT, just say thank you, Byakuya.
betrayal.
He's actually been tolerable this last chapter trial.
Precisely.
It's crazy.
You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
If it's delightful, it's not despair!
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth.
This is the voice I hate the most. I hate this one. I hate the cutesy one. I hate the... Actually, you know what? I hate all of them. They're all annoying.
They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours?
Oh my gosh! Yes, Byakuya!
Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
You didn't give us hope by erasing our memories. You just gave us a focus. You try to get our memories back. She's so stupid.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
Thank you, Hina.
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
Is not hope!
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Ain't he a hater? I am a hater. I hate this girl.
Which means
I hate what they're doing. I hate what this game is doing right now.
Then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Crazy Eddie.
Huh? Really? Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
What's stopping us from killing her right now? The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
What? What? So people are still alive outside.
What the?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
Should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you.
Well, if they were taken from us, we can't recognize it, can we, you stupid idiot?
If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, cause it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, cause now it's time for the final class trial!
No! No!
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything, this is the end.
For all of us! What other choice Come on, bitches! What the fuck
You want us to... When it comes to that crate, I don't understand. What's the meaning? Is this another one of...
I mean, what am I supposed to...
Nobody can remember.
No, that's wrong.
Finally finishing Zillia
Actually,
2. Yay!
she
Congrats,
might
Kirby.
remember.
Happy to see JT enjoying this game. Are you really happy? Is my reaction the normal one? Are people supposed to be like, whoa, oh my gosh, this is so crazy! Haha, Junko's amazing! I'm sorry. This sucks.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality
Hopefully they'll redeem themselves.
there's a chance the other may
by,
still
like-
have those memories.
This is why Junko started this whole crazy messed up scenario. We'll see if it comes to a satisfying conclusion.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Da-da-da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer! Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
Yes, we saw this.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Try and see the bigger picture with Junko. Okay, I'll try.
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Of course I didn't! Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
A tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Yes!
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
But
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is... now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself.
how many times are you
Tell
gonna
us
repeat
everything
the
you
same
know.
things over and over?
Copy that, darling.
It's the world, the way the world is now. The world?
Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago.
A year, okay.
It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description
Yeah,
in
what
there!
is that terrible event?
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel.
Shut up, June.
Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
It clearly hasn't ended if there's still people outside. And if we're still getting food into school. Things are still... What?
How can the world just end? It's the world.
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on.
Then what's
now
the
you're just being
point
ridiculous.
of locking us up in the school and doing this game to broadcast it to people? What?
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Tagami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Gee, I wonder what happens.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
Shut up.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think that might be sick?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
It hasn't if Byakuya's still alive.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us, the avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
His family left a will, leaving all their wealth to him. Still is.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
There's no world. None of us would be here.
But hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago.
You lost your memories.
I mean,
you
we only
lost
came
your
into school a few weeks
memories.
ago. If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
So if we were in high school 2 years ago, we probably spent a year in normal high school, and then the tragedy happened, and then a year in tragedy, and then we lost our memories of those 2 years, and we woke up.
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait, what? 2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this chick
You and
trying
Aaron
to
are a
say?
couple of besties? Aaron? Like-minded? Oh, does he think this is stupid too? Great!
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
So,
You must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. Memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so, but if some memories she took from us, our life at Hope's Peak.
If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life?
How many times you gotta repeat that statement?
That's not possible!
2 years? What? 2 years? Oh my gosh, it's not possible. You guys had amnesia. You don't know what's what. I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. That's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe it. I want it to be impossible. But if that's the truth, then we have to accept it. What do you mean? What? Make your argument for what?
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Hiro, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why is my name written on it?
Yeah, I'm the one who found the stuff in the locker. Why is Makoto like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I don't want to believe it. You found the proof.
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Wuzza, is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing!
Amnesia,
No.
guys.
No way.
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago.
That we can't remember, so what's the point?
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
And let's end it right here.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do.
I
But
thought
then
you
they
didn't want to
always
explain anymore,
fizzle
girly.
out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
Then get rid of yourself.
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
You put us in this situation, you dumb idiot.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where our memories come apart. Did you talk about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time. And that was... I fainted?
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the
Can't
main
just tell
hall.
someone to end themselves. But she says the world is boring. She's like, oh, you guys are in such despair. How good, how lucky. This world is boring. I hate it. I didn't want to be born into this world, so when I was born, I cried tears of despair. Then why are you here?
When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely
How many times are we going to talk
removed?
about memories, guys? We got it! Move
You got
on!
it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
I thought you didn't want to do exposition anymore, Junko!
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
Yes, exactly!
I love you all so much.
What?
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 Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
What?
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair, all mankind.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst.
And
Everyone
drop
was
out of
enjoying
school!
themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity.
But if I just started attending Hope's Peak and I stepped in, And I lost my memories. How are we... So we lost our memories twice? That...
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once!
No, you're not.
So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
Oh, look! She said it twice!
I said it twice!
Gosh.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
You turned it into a prison. It was supposed to be a shelter! The headmaster.
I got it! It could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us.
And that's why he asked us if we all want to stay
from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise, to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You only let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
Other people still exist outside. They can form their own groups and try to, you know, stand up against all the craziness happening.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world, that was... My gosh! I hate this! Huh? Hijack. I wouldn't never
Now
have
I
gotten it
understand.
if they didn't fill in some of the letters.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world.
You're trying to force your belief on the world.
But in the end,
Psycho?
I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
But we lost all memory of you. So we wouldn't remember you. We don't remember the good times we had. Why would we despair?
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless?
Oh, it makes me want to punch you in the face.
You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class
Why are you so
trial.
angry all of a sudden? Because all of this is so stupid. This is stupid. Junko's just a contradiction. Oh, I'm the ultimate despair, and I don't want to live the world because of despair. Oh, but let me set up this crazy elaborate thing that I'm excited for to see all of you fall into despair. Well, then you're not in despair anymore. And it's like, oh, look at all these people trying to push their ideas of hope and fighting back against all this crap. Like trying to force that on everyone else. You're trying to force your idea of despair onto everyone. And it's like, oh, whoops, you guys lost memories. But, like, aren't we so close to each other because we had 2 years together? And, like, haha, doesn't that make this feel even worse? No, because we don't remember any of it. This is stupid.
bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
Well, because now the thing is, this is being broadcast to everyone. If we just get rid of Junko and we're like, hey, whoever's left out there who's still sane and whatnot, try to make it over to the school. We did a pretty good job of boarding up the windows and stuff. We'll try to make like a safe entrance for you. There seems to be unlimited food because, you know, their kitchen's stocked up. There's plumbing and electricity. Come join us.
See?
Stupid.
Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth, full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
Because you caused the situation, you dumb idiot.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything.
Shut up,
Just
Hito.
help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
That's not despair. That's annoyance. You dumb idiot.
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another.
What?
In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what
I'm
you're
sorry,
saying?
do people really like this? Did they think this was awesome?
If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
You didn't give us the full information, idiot.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
Not in despair.
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
Thank you. I want to end this.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then...
I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
But
You mean, we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your
this
way
is a
to the
no-brainer,
outside
guys.
world.
Just punish her.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
Better than sticking around with you any longer.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Imagine dying. I don't want to. I hope I go in a painless way. But that's what most people wish for. Also, hello, Coffee. How you doing? Thanks for joining. Don't worry, the ultimate game decoder, will protect you. Just get rid of Junko. Let's just get rid of Junko. She's annoying.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
Also, she's talking about all this in the case that we do decide to punish Hope. Just everyone punish Despair.
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
I thought you said you love us before.
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest
anime
of you
is
will
way
get to
worse.
live out your lives.
How could it be worse than this? Sacrifice me. But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished?
Everyone just do it. Just do it! Oh, whoa. I opened up the map.
Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
Kingdom Hearts is light.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful.
I do like Danganronpa, the
Your
animation, but
lovely
Danganronpa
faces,
3, that's a different
eroded by
story.
despair, have come together as one.
You know what? I was looking forward to playing Danganronpa 2 and 3. Because I was like, ooh, what could be the driving force behind all the killing game? And all the murders? And then Junko came out, and I'm just like, I hate this. I'm sorry. Honest feelings. I hate this. It's so stupid.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you
And I also
would
feel like
survive,
the writers
right?
gave Junko a bunch of lines right now. Just to be like, we want to make your voice lines, like, pretty significant. So we'll just throw a bunch of lines at you.
That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Despair arc will give you a reason to hate Junko more. What's Despair arc?
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to
Danganronpa 3 Despair
despair.
arc the show.
We're not gonna lose to you.
Also, like, Junko's been talking about,
Oh my gosh, despair! Look at everything crazy that I set up to like bring the world and you guys to despair.
and I'm like, I felt more despair in the first 30 minutes of Claire Obscure Expedition 33 than I felt in this game.
So boring. Stuck until the
Ugh.
very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope. And your stupid life.
Final vote. This is it, the ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone, I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair, that's not really living at all. No! I thought we were voting!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
And how is everyone still alive outside?
The purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
That's what living is. Death is everywhere.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
There's no hope left in the world. When you sleep, it's on a bed of despair. The world is in despair. You are in despair. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna be consumed by despair. Really? That hurt me! Okay. You claim there's no hope left in the world, but if despair is contagious, like you say, then so is hope. I'll use my own hope to plant seeds of hope. Okay. I guess I have to suck up hope.
We won't give up.
Because none of these
As long
bullets...
as there's hope, we'll never give up.
None of those
If I were
bullets
to
do
die,
anything.
That would be the end of
Shoot it!
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters
You've never
is my
done
own
fortune-telling
gut
with us, dude.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
that would be the end.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
by the way,
The
Oh.
air outside is
the
Dialogue
only
change.
reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifiers.
Owie!
Don't lose hope now.
Screw hope, screw despair. I believe in living, but he's only 30% correct.
I've been thinking about all this,
He never told any of our fortunes.
and I was thinking, at a time like
That's
this,
another thing that bothers
what
me
would
about the
Sakura
game. They
do?
have all these ultimate attributes. Only
you
like
only get stronger
a
by
handful
taking
were
adversity
used.
by the horns. Confront that thorny path
Leon's
with enthusiasm.
Leon's ultimate baseball,
That sounds
Chihiro's
like
ultimate
something she'd say,
programmer,
right?
and
No. I think that's definitely what
Coco's
she'd say.
detective. Did you not get the bad ending in chapter 5? I did, accidentally. It was weird.
Which is why I
Oh yeah, and Sakura's martial artist. 4 out of
I've
16
made up my mind.
were actually used.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, as the communal life you've all been living. Meh.
Yeah.
Don't lose hope now.
Yasuhito predicted it when you first hang out with him. Oh, I never hung out with him. In my game, I chose to spend my free time with Aoi.
I don't care either way.
And then I maxed her out.
Is more interesting.
And then Sakura, but then, you know, stuff happens and you can't hang out with Sakura anymore. I think I hung out with Kyoko once, and I hung out with Toko twice. And that's it.
Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to doubt, that would be the end.
The
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've I can keep on living! All of you will have to go into the world outside.
We're only...
Don't lose hope now.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Yes, it did.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
Exactly what I said earlier.
So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known...
Oh, I thought my game froze! What the heck?
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to doubt, that would be the end.
By
the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've I can keep on living! All of you will have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the mess.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Hey, hers is...
Don't lose hope now.
Will Byakuya create a harem?
I didn't really know my father.
I mean, in the bad
so
ending, it
pretend
was
to know what he was thinking.
always harem.
But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
I didn't even realize she was the ultimate despair.
You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
What the hell are you?
Nice! The ultimate hope. Okay.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid
I
way
love
you all treat each
Trigger,
other.
Happy, Havoc, but Goodbye Despair had better characters. Wait, Trigger, Happy, Havoc is, Danganronpa 1 and 2, right?
It's all so uncool.
What's Goodbye?
So unhip.
Go Super Saiyan?
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Hey, Junko, you're feeling the despair you love so much. Aren't you happy?
Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but I still. Goodbye Despair is a sequel to Trigger Happy. Okay.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Outside is only despair.
Then go outside! You love despair!
Here. You're gross. You're scared, aren't you?
I just love despair.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool.
What do you want with me? You bothered us first!
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going.
Where did her crown go? She had a crown? Springtrap is better than Junko. I didn't play Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm scared.
I refuse to despair! Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
That's all you have going for you? Cool.
What's happening?
Oh, I'm done! I'm done! Thank the Lord!
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Trial over! Thank the Lord!
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
My time for the next trial? No, Regal. No. 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 We got her. No more trial.
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? Me? No way.
Well, that's just...
Can't be!
Uh,
Still don't accept it. I mean, the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
There's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
Huh?
So this is despair.
We came to the school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now
To come this far and fail at the very end?
True despair.
It's the most ultimate despair.
What are you talking about?
And now
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this desperately. Then you have nothing to look forward to if you're bored. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. I have the chance to taste of the highest great despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
If you're in despair, you don't have dreams!
True despair.
I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway.
So, are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Yes.
Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best.
Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you.
That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope.
Yeah, Mikado totally seduced us over to his side. I think Junko is higher than Snoop Dogg. Despair these nuts. Everyone.
Hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
however.
But the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko!
No.
Stop it! Stop it! I hate those faces you're making! To see those awful looks cause me nothing but pain!
There's one
Fine.
last thing.
Let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skid off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we...
It's fine.
Shut up! That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue! I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't
Do you
be.
really intend to go through with this?
That was the agreement, right?
Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to. No, I want her to die. Please go away.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all.
All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in life, so...
Don't get in my way!
You could have offed yourself so many times before you got to high school. Dumb idiot.
So this is how the despair of death feels.
The fact they still wanted Junko to live is
It's
crazy.
so
Yeah, that's
wonderful.
insane.
Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th, I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Monokuma said it better. He did. Crazy thing is, she's the voice of Monokuma. So, what the heck? Ding dong, the witch is dead. The wicked witch, the wicked witch. The ultimate punishment. 1,000 blows. But she gets a bat. She's not tied up to it. Who blasted off? Don't remember. Oh, she does have a crown. It happened in the beginning. Yeah, this game is 24 hours long. Yeah, I guess. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial, Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair, life at Hope's Peak Academy, it was all over. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate... that ultimate punishment wasn't that ultimate. Fun fact, it was Kyoko's father, Jin Kirigiri. For what? You want to save the data? Yes! Woo! But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Epilogue! Oh my god, let's do this. The man who died at the very beginning. I don't remember the... Oh! Oh, the spaceship! Oh, that was him! That's messed up. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck here in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end... How are you playing this game?
Hey.
Reload? Yes. I got Reload, so it has Danganronpa 1 and 2 on it. We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So, But, is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see...
I will force you out. In other words...
I'll force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
It's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true.
There's nothing to worry about.
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam him so far up.
Hey, we're
the courtroom. Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We were just about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside? That means me and Master can get married? And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby?
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry, I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about.
But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks
For serious?
maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember.
A lie, peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live.
Yeah, I guess so.
And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you meant? Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty.
I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
you got it.
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat.
I get it now. There's no road, you just gotta build one. Patient, fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakura's life story is about to begin.
Whoa!
Thanks, Hina. You've totally opened my eyes.
Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small, so what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
Yeah, and Byakuya, you were actually decent and tolerable in Chapter 6 trial.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Why are some of the lines blue and why are some white? Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open. With my hands, with our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. The heck? What the I should have expected it. Oh my gosh. Of course they're not going to show us the outside world.
Oh, Leon was Sakura Taka. Oh wait, Kosuke Toriumi. Byaku was Ishida Akira. Ah! I should play this with Japanese. Yamaguchi Kappei. Whoa. Yoko, I don't know her. Aoi Shiwa Saito. Ooh. Yoko. Miyuki Sawashida. Sakura Kujida. Okay, cool. Celestia. Oh. Toyoguchi Megumi? For real? No, why does she have to do Junko? Poki Miyada. Wow. Usami. Speak as Usami. Yeah, can I skip this? It's over. It's over! I can't skip the credits. I'm pushing buttons. I cannot skip it. Okay. Alright. I'm glad I finished it. Holy moly, now I can start streaming, Claire Obscure. GG, thank you. Yeah, I feel like people know my thoughts after seeing me play through this last chapter. It started off interesting because it's just like, what the freak happened to us? And we get thrown into this like weird murder game situation. But then Junko appears and she's just like, despair, haha, and it's just like, but we don't remember anything. Like in the end, we didn't regain our memories. And it's like, oh no, you killed your friends. Don't you feel bad? It's like, no, because I don't remember spending time with them outside of just 1 week. Also, that doesn't make sense because in the beginning of the game, Makoto had his entrance letter. He had his entrance letter and he's like, I'm finally going to be at school at Hope's Peak. And then as soon as he enters the school, he faints. And then he wakes up in a classroom. He's like, whoa, what am I doing here? But then supposedly right after that, like I fainted, we spent 2 years in school. 1 year with a perfectly normal life and then 1 year sheltered up after the tragedy. And then we like wake up and then start the game after 2 years. So I'm like, then why would you faint when you enter the school? That doesn't make sense. Despair is stored in the ball. But yeah, again, I wish more of their ultimate status was used during the murders. Because what's the point of giving them those certain attributes if you're not going to use them? And then Junko's whole reasoning of doing this, I'm just like, if you were bored of the world since you were born and you were in despair, like, why did you do this? Why did you set this up? She's like, I want the world to feel despair. If you're actually in despair, you don't care about doing anything else. You're just wallowing in your own misery. So I'm like, are you really the true despair? Or did they mean, like, did the game mean she's the ultimate despair in that she's the ultimate bringer of despair? I don't know. Junko doesn't make sense. Whoa! Oh yeah, there was that image of them in the back. Also, like, the whole thing about, like, hoo-hoo, she was my twin, I had to kill her. Like, what? And the time she was like, oh, I don't want to, like, explain anything, but this is so boring. And yet she goes ahead to explain everything anyway. Junko's dumb. Sorry. I don't know if people actually like Junko. I thought she was annoying. Also, like, the reason for covering up Junko's face is because, like, oh, we'll recognize you if we see you. But then it's like, okay, the only difference between Mukuro and Junko is Mukuro had freckles. Big whoop, guys. I don't know.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
How are you still running? Easter egg present. I'll save it too.
Danganronpa.
Okay, so Regal, you wanted me to try the what if simulation? On the reload version, the if scenario is unlocked after you beat the second game. Oh, then what's this?
Thrills, chills, kills!
Dangan Academy. Enchanting Dangan Academy. Purely prismatic soul. I'll try Japanese voices now. Massive high school tower is over. Cool. Post Peak Academy. This is like the beginning, so I'm skipping all the dialogue. Try it for a bit. Okay, now this should be different. Oh no, it happened again. Huh? My view became warped, twisted, spinning, melting away. Oh, Japanese voices! Makoto, are you okay? Huh? What? Were you trying to escape into your own reality? It's not like any of us know what's going on either. Oh, I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. Given the situation, it's understandable. That's right, for some reason I went unconscious as soon as I stepped into the main hall. And when I woke up, I was in a classroom. The windows were all blocked off by these weird metal plates. But it wasn't just a classroom. As it turns out, all of us who gathered there had all our stuff taken away, and we were locked inside the school. As we stood around, an announcement came on asking us to come to the gym for the entrance ceremony. But hearing that voice made it hard for me to concentrate on what it was actually saying. Hey, where are the others? Wasn't everyone here earlier? Everyone else went to the gym while you were knocked out. I don't remember his voice.
But is it really a good idea to obey such a strange announcement?
Yeah, it was weird as hell, but what else are we supposed to do? She's right. Whatever's going to happen, standing our ground here isn't going to stop it. I don't remember their voices. Let's head to the gym. Makoto, are you good to go? Yeah. I was forced to wonder what the hell was going on here. I was tormented by a dark feeling of foreboding, but I did my best to ignore it and hurry to the gym. And as soon as I entered, a weirdly cheery voice echoed across the room.
Oi! 全員集まった?それじゃあそろそろ始めようか。僕はモノクマだよ。君たちのこの学園の学園長なのだ。よろしくね。
Such a bright voice and carefree attitude was completely out of place. What do you mean?
Can't do it. Just can't be done.
Huh?
This entrance ceremony was supposed to be your chance to make your big high school debut. As the headmaster, I did my best to put on a happy face, but it's just impossible. You can only lie to yourself for so long, you know? But if you can't do it, you can't do it. I've lost my confidence, my groove, and there's no getting it back.
The hell? Why is he acting so depressed? I went from terrified to annoyed in no time flat.
Wait, is that a teddy bear? That teddy bear can talk! Come on, what kind of cliched reaction is that? You people just keep on reacting the same way. That's just making me more and more depressed. Even if the hardware is backwards compatible, I guess the same doesn't go for characters. Humans are so stupid, worse than any piece of software. I'm just getting lower and lower, and there's rock bottom. Here comes the Earth's core. This whole thing just feels sloppy as hell.
You expect us to believe you're the headmaster? Stop screwing around.
You're right. I screw around too much. I've spent half my life apologizing for the other half of my life. But I've been spending so much time trying to think of what to make you guys do, and I'm just lost. Meanwhile, I've been totally neglecting myself. Trying to laugh it off now would just be another lie.
Where the heck is this going? Ah, Saoshi no Miyuki. You've been neglecting yourself? What does that even mean?
I forgot to do something that was gonna be a vital part of your greeting today. Ah, what the heck? My stomach's starting to hurt from all the self-loathing. Seems really depressed. What is it you think he forgot?
I don't think that matters. All that matters is finding a way out of here. No! I need to know. Tell us, what did you forget? If necessary, you should cancel the entry ceremony and take the time to prepare a proper run.
You're right. What I forgot was my backups.
よろしいですか?
Backups for what?
For me, duh.
Backups for you? What?
Huh? I don't understand why you don't understand. A backup, a spare, and in case of emergency.
Okay, we get it. So what if you have backups? Does that mean you really are a toy or a robot or whatever?
Hey,
if I understand what he's saying, that would make sense.
No, see? Oh, okay, I got it. I don't like to admit this, but... Yes, I'm a robot so advanced even the folks at NASA can't recreate or even comprehend it. But I don't have any backups, so I can't begin.
What can't you begin? The entrance ceremony?
Sure, that too, but
I don't... So without a backup, I don't think any of us give where you break or whatever. Don't be stupid without a headmaster hacking your life run so smoothly. But did you not say you were so advanced even NASA cannot comprehend it? So what? So you should not break so easily, am I right? You guys are gonna break me. You blew me up in prologue last time and you tore me apart in chapter 5. Huh? Prologue chapter 5? What is he talking about? But anyway, let's not worry about that. Before we can begin your school life here, I'm gonna have you guys build me some backups.
Huh?
Come on. What's he even talking about? You think you can give me orders, you living garbage? I do, and while you're at it, I'll have you add a bunch of awesome bonus features. Like maybe make me super handsome or eco-friendly or that kind of modern trendy feel. Or it might be good for a Japanese-style mascot like me to have a super cutesy, super moe backup. What the hell, man? You're talking like we agreed to help. Well, you're gonna, right? It's important that you grow as a student, sure, but you also have the opportunity to help your teacher grow. You think fake inspirational crap like that is gonna get us on your side? I don't think he's listening. He's just creating his own reality as he goes. Man, if this is kind of bizarre crap I could expect as a new student here, I'm just gonna go home. And how do you plan to do that? You saw the metal plates covering all the exits, didn't you? So we really have been imprisoned in here. What the hell is this? Why would you trap us in here? Let us the hell out of here. He said he doesn't have a backup. Yes, why don't we just destroy this one right now? So it finally occurred to you. That won't go out that easily. I'll use I don't care! Shut up! Get to the point! Would you rather start killing each other? Finally! The point! What? What did you just say? I believe he said something about us killing each other. Killing? What are you talking about? If that's supposed to be a joke, it's not funny, it's just stupid. Yeah, even if you're just trying to make a point, that's taking it too far. Come on, stop trying to freak us out to get us do what you want. Just hurry up and let us out of here. Would you guys please stop nagging me? I wanna go home, I wanna go home. I thought bears were crazy about our homing instinct, but you guys really take the cake. But I guess you can't help yourselves. You're all part of that new wave enlightenment generation. You need a specific goal to motivate you. Well then, here's a little spoiler. Spoiler? Once the backups are done, we'll move to the main event and you can begin your exciting school life. Once that starts, then you'll have the chance to trigger your escape flag. What are you talking about? Speak plainly. I don't know what he means, but he did just say something about escaping, right? See, I was totally clear. If you want to escape, you'll have to live here peacefully and build me my backups. You can't just either. Build me a superior machine with flawless performance that drills out the lifespan you pass. And don't worry about living expenses. You have all the food, clothing, and shelter you need. I can even personally guarantee your health and safety. Even if you get sick or injured, I'll treat you right away in a Monokuma Emergency Center. I don't think that's what we're worried about. Why do we have to do all this in the first place? Whatever, stop complaining and just do it. Now then, with this, the entry ceremony hasn't even begun. I mean, you haven't even started your real school life yet. So obviously I can't welcome you, which means this isn't proper entry ceremony. Okay, I'm done talking for now. Please enjoy these ever-fleeting days of peace. Without another word, he was gone, leaving us in a dazed confusion. So how would you explain what the heck just happened? Yeah, what the hell was that? I'm totally lost. We're trapped here, right? And if we make some backups, then we could get out? That seems to be the gist of it. If you think about everything that this Monokuma just told us, you'll notice there are two main points. The first point is that we're trapped here in the school. And the second, more important point, if we can create backups for him to his satisfaction, he will tell us how to escape from the school. But one thing we do not know is why he wants us to do this at all. What was his purpose in imprisoning us here in the first place? Yeah, what happened to Host Peak Academy? Did it get taken over by some evil organization or something? If that's the case, I'm sure the police will be here anytime. But can we even be sure this really is Hope's Peak? Listen, I'm sure this is all just some kind of elaborate orientation setup. They're like hazing us. Orientation? But if that's true, it's in pretty bad friggin' taste. It's total overkill. He's right, if it's a prank, it's far beyond the bounds of acceptability. Okay, fine, in that case, what is going on? That's what we're trying to figure out! You know, if he didn't forget to build us back up, so what do you think he would have made us do? Kill each other, that's what he said. What? Don't freak us out, dude. Who the hell would ever... Everyone just calm down. He said we'll have plenty of food and shelter and we'll be kept safe, so that's good, right? If we want to get out of here, we all need to work together. I often hate the idea of being at the mercy of that bear, but what else can we do? Total pain in the A, either way. I would lower myself to serving that monstrosity. But it seems our best option is to calmly adapt ourselves to the new situation. If this truly is something that Hope's Peak has put together for us, then I'm fine with that. If that is not the case and Hope's Peak has been taken over by some other force, it would be best not to blindly oppose them. It gives me chills to think I'll have to live here along with you unwashed masses. Well, whatever, I'll just have to make sure to finish things quickly, and then I will find whoever did this to me and wipe it for the face of the earth. Okay, well, does anybody else have any objections? Silence gives consent, as they say, then it's decided. At this point forward, we all agreed to work together to maintain a peaceful communal life. Sure. When I first got into Hope's Peak Academy, I thought, man, I can't believe I get to go to this amazing place, but wherever I am now, it's 180 degrees from whatever amazing place I made up in my mind, and that's how our bizarre communal life began. Okay, so Junko, I believe, is supposed to be a representation of the Japanese youth, where they are constantly feeling despair. Oh, okay. Make me dab. Ooh, hugs. Thanks. This game, lets you build friendship with everyone at your own pace. So that Junko is Mukuro. Cool. That was... Can I save? Very exciting. Ah! I skipped dialogue. Whoops. We have to make backups. Cool. Oh my gosh, just let me save! 50 days to make a proper set of backups. Okay. Why do we have to do this in the first place? Progress reviews. Okay. If we fail, is there a punishment? No! Concept for the furryverse backup is Casanova. Cool. Good looking version, okay. Look around the school for materials. Marble slab, aluminum can, chisel. Okay. Bruise, let me save! Personal effects. No! Okay, Regal, I'll try this out a different time, but I'm just done. It's been 3 hours. Yeah, I'm done with Danganronpa 1, so, now I can finally do Expedition 33. I'm done. Whee! Cool. It's been a long time since I started this, because I took, like, a lot of gaps in between because I was traveling or sick. Apologies for that. But I finally finished this game. I don't like it. Out of 10, I'd give it a 5. No, I give it a 4. Because I hated I hated that like almost every trial they were like, here's a new mechanic you have to learn, and I'm like, how many freaking new mechanics do I have to constantly learn? And you guys, you already heard my thoughts about, you know, the ultimates, Junko. It all seems like this was made for the shock factor. Can't wait to see you get platinum trophy, especially 999 Monokuma coins. This game is very low on my platinum priority lists. But actually, now that I beat it, I can just use a guide to get me whatever answers I need, and yeah, I can skip all the dialogue because I already looked at it. So it should make it go fast, but just like seeing how much time I have to spend with someone to like rank up our friendship to the max, and like hitting certain characters before certain story points, because you know otherwise they're gone forever. That's gonna be annoying. But also probably giving the right gifts raises their friendship meter a lot faster. Yeah, I give this a 4. Because again, like another thing with like dialogue, it happens to Phoenix Wright too. They repeat a lot of the things. It's like a character will say something, another character will be like, "A what?" And then they'll be like, "What do you mean, a what?" And then they'll like keep talking about it, and I'm just like, I don't know if you need to fill up like lines for the scripts. You didn't have to repeat that constantly. In my opinion, second game is best, but I get how you feel. In second game, you get a Tamagotchi. I want a Tamagotchi. Yeah, I heard that people like second one a lot better, and then third one is like kind of mixed bag from what I hear. But then, yeah, if I had to rank people's general feeling about the Danganronpa series, they say it's 2-1-3. Or is it 2-3-1? Either way, 2 is the best, so. This game mode lets you max friendship so you don't have to do it in the main game. Okay, then when I actually try to platinum this game, I'll take this game mode seriously so that I can get max. But yeah. Again, they were building up. I feel like they were building up to something that could have been really good, and then Junko appeared, and I was like, I hate this. It was just so unsatisfying. But that's my personal thoughts. If you like Danganronpa 1, I'm sorry. It's not my cup of tea. Like I like the AI Somnium games better. I like Phoenix Wright better. Yeah. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for me tonight. Hopefully I'll get a chance to stream tomorrow so that I can blast through the first couple of hours of Claire Obscure, and then I could really start seriously streaming it after that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Stay toasty. Have a good night. Bye.